I'm sitting in my car and thought I'd make a video today about trust. Trust is an issue that has been plaguing me for about a month or so. The issue of trust comes up in so many different situations and so many different angles. One thing about me in my life that I've always tried to be is loyal. Am I perfect? No, I ain't perfect. But the older that I get, I'm finding out that I'm having trust issues. I don't want to call them my trust issues, because I don't want to own the shit as if I'm partners with this shit. But I'm having issues in my life that I'm realizing that the people I trust the most, I don't know at all. And that's bothering me. I remember it's a song by, is that UGK? I trust, no, that ain't UGK, but I think that's UGK part on this song. I trust no man, because man will let you down every time. That's why I take it upon myself to thank God in every rhyme. And when I hear that, it makes me realize that a lot of times people come in your life for a reason and a season. And I'm dealing with my children, and they're really finding out that everything glitter ain't gold, and everybody smiling your face ain't your friend, and betrayal and manipulation. And I'm trying to explain that to them on a level where they won't stop trusting and they won't stop loving. Like Jill Scott says, just because you have a nightmare, it doesn't mean that you stop dreaming. But I don't want them to become so bitter and cold and non-trusting that something's in my eye. It's hard to love and have friends and eyelash. Now, did I do that on camera? Here go the eyelash. I am really trying to be an example of what I want them to see. I am really trying to let them know that people aren't perfect and people make mistakes. And that's why we all are saved by grace. Now, I am going to say this, as a people, we really, people say, I do anything for anybody. I ain't that type. Now, if I see somebody and they need help, yeah, I help them. I don't got no problem with that. But I also, for people that I love, ain't no limit. Kidney, liver, lung, whatever. If you on my team, we family, is what it is. But sometimes, you look at people and you wonder, if I... Friend or Foe, that's the name of the song. Friend or Foe. Friend or Foe. I think 8 Ball sing that. But I think UGK is on the song. I don't remember. Yeah, 8 Ball. 8 Ball MJG sing that. And you just think sometimes if you didn't have certain things, and if you didn't have this or that, will people still love you the same? Or if you didn't do this or that, or if you didn't know these people or that people, will people still love you the same? In life, people for real like people and love things versus liking things and loving people. And I'm trying to explain it to my children, being that you guys have, a lot of different shit, a lot of people are going to be your friends because of it. There's a lot of people who are going to date you because you have a car, and it's going to be a lot of people who date you because they think they have this and that. I remember when I was little, I was the only child, so my mother would buy me 2 of everything just in case I got company. I would have 2 bikes. So if you come over, you got a bike to ride, and I got a bike to ride, or whatever. And I remember a lot of people would be my friend because of I was the only child, and my mother, her love language is purchasing stuff. And I remember people used to want to be my goddaughter, my godmom, my play mama, and my play sister, and all of this kind of stuff. And I used to think these people are really my friends. And they really wasn't my friends. They was pretty much like, shit, this bitch mama Betty Crocker, she got cake, So they would try to befriend me and stuff like that. And the older that I would get, I still never stopped having friends and being friendly. It made me watch people differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that for real ain't no snakes ever slid in. There's been snakes sliding in, but they usually don't stay long. And it's certain things as a parent you really wish that you could protect your children from. You really wish as a parent it's things that you saw ahead of time so you could pump your brakes. And a lot of times, even if you see it ahead of time, you can't stop them because it ain't your lesson, it's their lesson. So, as a parent, I'm really learning more stuff about myself every day. I'm learning how to look at things logically instead of emotionally. I take myself out of the equation, and if it was a total stranger, how would I handle it? And that's probably one of the hardest lessons that I have been learning, because as a parent, you turn into a pit bull in a skirt. If it's a stranger or somebody you didn't know, you would still be compassionate, but you would handle it differently. And I am really trying for the best interest of my family, the best interest of my children, the best interest of myself, learning how to let myself out of the situation and let God in. Iyanla Vanzant says that's ego, which stands for edging God out, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to not worry about being critiqued. I don't want to worry about being wrong. It's just some shit I just don't want to worry about anymore. I just want to be a spiritual being having a human experience versus a human experience. I said that wrong. I would rather be a spiritual being having a human experience than a human being having a spiritual experience. I want to be, above a bunch of shit. The funny thing about me is that I'm so complex and still so simple at the same damn time. It's things that piss me off and things that I'm passionate about, but I don't want trivial things about, if someone did something to you. Because the truth is, if someone mistreats you, love them anyway. But the difference is, instead of loving them from the front row, love the bitch from the balcony. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Love the bitch from the balcony. Because everybody does not deserve front row tickets to your show. Because a lot of people aren't happy for you. A lot of people are not happy for you. So I was really explaining that to my daughter, who's going into junior high school this year. And I have to explain to her, everybody that you talk to is not your friend. Okay, I got time. Everybody that you talk to is not your friend, and women are catty and women are jealous, and then they'll smile in your face and they'll talk to you behind your back, and you really have to be careful of who you disclose what to, because you just don't know. You just don't know. And you really have to be very strong within yourself not to let that be an issue. I was explaining to my son that people talked about Jesus the Christ, and he was like a big deal. So if people talk about Jesus the Christ, they're going to talk about you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say things about you, and 9 times out of 10 those things are going to be shit that people guessed, made up, not true. Some of that shit could have been true. You know what I'm saying? It's usually not, though. So I think about a lot of people, you know, on this earth have really not I think it's a lot of grown kids, and I think it's a lot of grown kids and kid like adults, because just because you 40 don't mean emotionally you ain't still 10 years old, and just because you 10 years old don't mean that you 10. A lot of 10-year-old children have seen more than I've seen in my 39 years of living. So, you know, this thing called trust is more than a notion. But I can say that I really have been talking to my children about trusting God, trusting spirit, you know, trust the law of attraction, you know. And a lot of times Chanel Cooper Sykes speaks about this in one of her videos, and she was saying that, you know, karma, you can do something to somebody and then turn your life around. She used this pen. Somebody stole a pen. And when they stole the pen, then they went, got saved, got themselves together, never stole it again. And then years later, somebody stole from her daughter, or somebody stole from somebody, and she was all like, I can't understand, why would they do that? And but you forgot you stole the pen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people are paying for shit, you know, that happened years ago, or, you know, you paying for some of the shit that I've done. You know, my children are. So, you know, we're kind of discussing shit, generational curses. We discussing karmic debt. We just been straight up discussing some shit that's for real been blessing all of us. So I keep you guys informed on what we come up with, but my phone only can tape for 15 fucking minutes, and y'all know I goes on and on and on and on. So let me get out this. I'll talk to y'all about something else in a minute. Bye.